It's the big weekend. Mamelodi Sundowns will be playing Orlando Pirates, and I am joined by an Orlando Pirates fan here, Vic, and I'm also joined by Bongani here, Orlando Pirates FC supporter for this weekend. We are loaning him out, apparently. Let me start there, Vele. Bongani, as a Chiefs fan,
yes.
After losing to Pirates the way we lost as Kaizer Chiefs fans, who are you backing in this game before we even talk about any other thing about the game itself?
Well, as football lovers, we have to back Pirates, not because we love them or anything, but we're backing them for the sake of the competition of the league. Otherwise, the league would be boring. One team will be winning the league for 10 years, 20 years straight. So we need competition. So we're backing them in that sense to say they need to give us Sundowns competition. And so we're just backing them for that.
And Vic, as a Pirates fan, we are really Soweto United this weekend. I just want to ask you, with going into the game itself, what are your thoughts given the fact that you have some serious injuries? Sesane got injured, and now it's BC who's likely going to play alongside your captain who's coming back. By the captain, I mean Ogi, not Maela. But do you see that working? Let's just start there.
Well, there's a reason why we have a big squad for that, so that we can switch in and out. Yes, it's going to be a big miss at the back because the chemistry has really much developed between Sesane and Kosinati Sibisi. But our captain has been back, I think, for a month now or so. So, I think it's rightfully time to put him back in. Remember, where somebody's out, we have to, the next man up. It's always the next man up. I think that's not going to disrupt too much the system that's been going on.
Bongani, let me ask you this. So, Sundowns, they are playing Pirates, ne? And I saw some numbers. The expected goals, Chiefs are expected to score more goals than Sundowns and Pirates. That's just a side note, but they're missing a lot more. But now where we are is with the Sundowns creating chances as well, and with Chiefs having been able to create chances against Sundowns, which area do you think they are going to target, Pirates? Because right now, Pirates are not untouchable. They are very good, don't get me wrong, but they are not untouchable. Which area do you think is their weakest link where Sundowns will try to attack them on?
Well, in this case, now that you've mentioned the case of injuries, I think they're going to go straight to in the middle, not on the sides, because on the sides they've been good with Otto, with Van Rooyen, any other player they put in, it works out for them. But in the middle, because remember, it's going to be not necessarily a new combination, but they haven't played, the people that have been playing, it's Sesane and Sibisi, or Sesane and up before they injured. So now, with Kogi coming back, or whoever they're going to play, we're not even sure who they're going to play. So I'm thinking they're going to take that as their advantage to say, let us use this the injuries that they have as our advantage and go straight. By the time they're fixing, Sundowns might have scored already 2 or 1 because of taking that advantage. Unless, like Vic is saying, it's a big squad, they're used to each other from the gym and they're able to stop them. But I'm thinking they'd want to take that advantage of those injuries because Usesan and Nonda, we know their chemistry has come this far, but now they are both not there. So Sibisi joined in, but now Usesan is also out. So now someone else has to join.
It's a completely new
You understand? So it's new. So with Sundowns playing the way they play, you expecting Ribeiro, you're expecting Allende, they might come straight at them and not the wingers. But we'll see.
Mayole, football is a game of moments, right? And we know this because Mfukeng was kept quiet by Blom. Credit to Blom. He marked him very well. But last minute of the game, he makes a run behind him and he fails to catch him. But now again, he's facing another problem. If it's not Umrena, it's going to be Useila, who I think is the best right back in South Africa. I think he can even play in the Premier League, but we're not there. How are we doing here with Urele? Because he's very good. There was a side-by-side comparison. I saw that Mfukeng compared to Ribeiro. Mfukeng has created 38 chances this season. Ribeiro has created 18. Yes, I know Ribeiro has more goals, but it's just crazy the amount of chances that boy can create. And how does he get around whoever between Umren and no?
Well, again, just like any other big team, we can't rely on one player. Pirates is not a player team, one player team. We've just like in the weekend when Rile couldn't play, Masangani came with the big goal. So as a big team, we gotta be we gotta know and be prepared that they might target our best player to try to make him not perform at his best in the weekend. So now it's time for Abo Mbata to chip in to in attacking sense. Abo Masongani and our right winger, who I think Otto should start on the right winger, to chip in and Mabasa to help, because they know the capability of really. They're going to even double him up, I think. So there's always going to be one man free. I think we got to be able to use that as an advantage and just not rely on him. Yeah, it's a big match. Yeah.
And let me ask you, Bongs, we were talking about yesterday the types of players that a team needs to have.
Yes.
And Hoto is that hardworking
speed.
He's just good. All of that. But now, Uvik is talking about the fact that he wants to see Hoto starting as a right
I
wing.
heard him.
Right? So he plays as a right wing because it's easy enough for him to do that because Umako is back fit. So now my question to you is, doesn't that then take something away from Sundowns? Because from Pirates, because if you take Umako and play him at left back and you take Ulokonja Uhoto, the one who was supposed to be marking Uripero, isn't that going to affect them somehow? Or how much do you rate Umako in that left back position?
Look, you remember Guti scheme says separate. There was a time where you were expecting Umako to play left back, and then you find Guti Guno the captain, who's this guy? Umayel. So I'm not comparing or saying they should play this one and not play this one. Yes, Otto, they needed him there to be able to stop. But another thing, remember what we said, the only way to defend is to attack. So Uvik, I get that point. It's just that they are playing Sundowns, unfortunately. But it might work, I don't know, for a short term or a long term. But in that game, 15-20 minutes, it might work where they attack as well. Don't wait for those guys. If you wait for them, they come up with more ways to be creative. But then if Otto is also giving them problems, that side really is giving them problems, they are coming in for them. They won't have time to do as they pleases. You understand?
Yeah, so they pin them back.
Yes, so they're pinning them. They're not giving them that chance to create those chances. They are marking. So at least it gives the game a 50-50. Rather than going to a game and already they are going as underdogs. Because of the injuries, because of Sundowns, it's in number one already. So they should go there not as underdogs but as levels, like 50-50. So there's a 50% chance they can win the game. And like Vic is saying, if Otto is putting pressure, Aborile and Abomaswanganya and them, if they get a first goal, it's going to change the whole thing. It's now they are giving Sundowns competition. So my wish for them is for them to score first. That way the game would be interesting.
Vic, so in your front line, you have a guy who scores goals, Mabasa, but we know if you're playing Sundowns, they're going to try and play the ball from the back and they're going to try and dominate. He's a scorer, but don't you think, who do you pick between Mabasa and Mahopa for a game like this, given that one scores, but then the other one is going to be able to apply pressure on Sundowns?
Due to the magnitude of the game, we're going to need finishers at first. Because remember, we are playing against Sundowns. Sundowns has only lost one game this season, by the way. So there's no slip up. So we need somebody with precision who's going to score, basically. And Mabasa is a much better finisher, we all know that, than Mahopa. I think we can start with Mabasa, and then Mahopa can come in, see how the situation of the game go. And we saw all of us that Mabasa is fighting even some of our teammates because they're not passing him the ball. And
is
some
he not suspended, Chance? Is he going to play?
I checked.
I read somewhere that he might be suspended. I'm not sure. I'm just saying there's a possibility that
we can double check, but I didn't see that. But people will tell us on the comments if Mabasa is suspended. But
now you'll have the only option you'll have is to play.
And we don't want to be in there where we have one option. So I'll say Mabasa, if he's available, he shall start and then Mahopa shall come in because we need to keep his confidence high. I feel like if they drop him, his confidence is going to go low. But Mahopa is the one who's going to put pressure on. Sundowns coming, I think it's going to be a game where Pirates going to have limited opportunities and we need precision on scoring those ones because Sundowns is going to be all over us.
Matibela, Bongs, they say that Ualende is lazy. You remember last time when Nabombata were making that interview after they won the Nedbank Cup against Sundowns, they're like, we knew Ualende wasn't going to press us. Jaden Adams is coming, he's playing for Sundowns, and this past game, Iguitwane United, he was the man of the match. and there is Umkwena obviously in that midfield. Kuno Mayema who are there. Do you see a possibility of Allende being dropped? Because in most games, Sundowns does not need to run that much or to chase and close down space because they always have the ball. So are they possibly, or could they possibly drop Allende for this game?
Yo, that's a tough one, Pilo. And there's someone who said Chikabala might be in the game, but okay, well, that's not what you asked.
No, that's not going to happen.
So the thing is, I don't think they can do that. Remember what we say about special players and hardworking players. So Allende is one player that you know, Guti, when he's in the field, something might come up. And with Sundowns being technical with everything, be it a set piece, be it so everything is strategized and planned. So they can't drop him. But otherwise, if they do, he might come in as a surprise for them. So you understand that it's now extra work that they have unless they are winning the game. So if he come in as a sub, it's gonna kill them. If he start the match, it's one player that you have to look out for. So either way, whether they but drop him completely now. Especially like we were saying, Guti Pirates currently they are having a problems. So that's where you need him the most to be able to create those chances where they lack, where there are injuries. That's where he's gonna go. With him and Ribeiro, that's where they are going definitely.
And while we're speaking about midfielders, Vic, the question that then comes about is how important is this game? I don't like the how important questions, but I'm asking it anyways. How important is this game to Tito? Because before last week, before scoring that Panenka in the 94th minute, 96th minute, he hadn't scored a goal, right? Hadn't scored a goal, and you're looking at his assist, there was nothing there. He ended up feeling like he's a number 8. He helps the team play, but it doesn't really create. What does he do in this game to kind of re-establish himself as that player while last season was the midfielder of the season?
Well, big game calls for big players. He already made his moment in the Soweto derby. First, I don't think all of us expected him to do the Panenka in the final. But I guess that somehow sort of is going to help him in the thing because it's kind of gain his confidence back from that. We know he's not scored any goal. Actually, it's been a difficult season, especially for a lot of our creative players this season. It's a kind of like because the team is still trying to challenge Sundowns at the end of the day. So he's going to play a pivotal role. As like I said, it's just not him. It's got to be a collective effort from Relay, from Bata. The midfield has to hold it on strong because Sundowns is going to win the game. They have to go through the middle as it is. So, well, take kudos to him that he scored in the weekend, but we'll need him to do it again. And not only do it in the Soweto derby, but yeah, we need I think it's going to come through because this is the time that Sundown is going down. It is the time.
Okay.
I'm sure you all are supporting us.
I'm gonna be supporting Kras, but let me ask you while we're here, score predictions because start with Bongani.
Score predictions but this one is tough. Why are you putting me on the spot like this?
Score prediction.
Okay. Boy. Score prediction. Sure. 2-0 to Sundowns. 2-0 to do I need to say more or it's
no,
okay?
No, it's fine.
Okay, because I wanted to explain something kancane.
Explain something kancane.
Urile. Against our game. And I'm not comparing Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs. Please, Jensen, yeah. We were able to pocket him for like more than 70 minutes. Let me just go for it, for 90 minutes. Even in Kota, we did the same. Now, this is Kaizer Chiefs where we haven't really established our defense like Sundowns is. Now, if Sundowns manage to do that while attacking them, it's difficult. It's going to be difficult for them to score a goal. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's why I'm saying my explanation comes from looking at that. Unless there are surprises, football, and they are also having something they plan. But if Kaizer Chiefs, as lacking as it is with problems that it has, able to keep Sundowns for a draw, a 0-0 draw, how about the team number 1 Elikin Buffett? And this is Sundowns we're talking about. When it comes to creativity, that's what they are known for. You understand what I mean? And then there's Ribeiro, there's Allende. A goal can come from any one of those guys, from even the defenders, in fact. So that's why I said to you, if they get a set piece, you're not safe. If they come to your half, you're not safe. If they get a corner, you're not safe. So that way, they have a chance of scoring more goals. And then on the other side, Abomzala, as much as we are rooting for them, the injuries, the suspensions, and the analyse, unless unleash my plans, nama strategy that we are not aware of. You understand what I mean? But if they are gonna come back with the same strategy that they were watching playing against Kaizer Chiefs, the game's over. You understand? No creativity whatsoever. So for me, 2-0 to Sundowns.
Vic?
I thought we just borrowed you on loan. So Tina, you are predicting.
You can be a fan, Pella. Sometimes we predict Kaizer Chiefs lose.
Okay, no problem. Well, he's made valid point.
Thank you.
But regardless, I'm never going to predict against my team. So my score prediction is 2-1 to Pirates. As will win it. And I want just to touch on one point that you mentioned. Yeah. You said that you pocketed Drille for 70 minutes.
With that, we did.
Sure. But we are forgetting that you can't judge, because they pocketed him in that game doesn't mean they're going to pocket him on this one. These games, you just turn up. Yeah. Like Kaizer Chiefs were more turn up. We're going to go the fact that Kaizer Chiefs plays the whole season, but they turn up. When it's Pirate, they turn up. So there's more extra effort put into the game, and I'm like, we need to stop this guy.
It's a quote-unquote title decider.
Exactly. So Pirate has only lost 2 games this season. We've only been beaten twice. And Sundowns has been beaten once. So that means we've been winning all along. Now it's a title decider. It's number 1 versus number 2. Just as much as we are the underdog, Sundowns is not taking us for granted. I can guarantee you that. They are also scared. So I believe we're going to win. They are also scared some way, somehow. Because they're like, oh, Buccaneers, we are not number 2 for nothing. And we are just not in number 2. It's a 2-horse race. The other ones, it's Sundowns and Pirates, and then the rest. You guys are following. So I believe 2-1. Yes, we're gonna concede, but yeah, we will win 2-1. I'm never gonna bet. I'm not gonna say who's gonna score because we always get it wrong. But 2-1 to Pirate. But I'm not expecting an easy game. I believe Sama will come through. Remember, we're gonna use our form from last year when we used to be the comeback kings. Whenever you Pirate concede, we do come back. We are coming back. 2-1.
All right, we hear their score predictions. What are your guys' score predictions? Remember to like the video and subscribe to the Cutback, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.